Hey, what's up everybody? Michael the Ark here. Today we are back out on Call of the Wild with a brand new weapon update, and today we're going to be, this is a weapon information video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 243 single shot break action Cuomo pistol. Now this is a nice addition to the game. This is the only gun in the game the only pistol in the game that can actually take rifle scopes, and it can shoot up to 200 yards or about 200 meters accurately, and it is awesome. So if you're going to be hunting for class 2 or 3 animals, this thing should be in your inventory if you don't have room for one of the other rifles. So let's take a look at them. This is the competitor, and there are 2 variations. Ooh, the red deer likes it too. And then there's the champion. Now the champion is the alternate version, and I actually think I like the champion better when looking at them. I love the way that shines on there. So how do they actually work though? Well, we'll take a shot right quick, and then when we go to reload, it just pops out like so. Now, I'll show you all the different sights and scopes on them when we get down to the range here. Alright, so this weapon is part of the Assorted Sidearms weapon pack, and that's going to run you about $4 normal unless it's on sale. Let's just go straight in here and look at them to get started though. Every weapon in this pack will be free once you have purchased the pack. So the 243 Cuomo Champion and the 243 Cuomo Competitor, they both come in with an accuracy of 62, recoil of 48, reload speed of 50, hip shot of 17, and 1 round. Now, the super special hidden ability of this weapon is that it can take all of the major main rifle scopes, including the Red Raptor. I'll go over that in a minute though. Starting off with the 243 soft point bullet, you get 10 of them for free. You get as many as you want for free, and I have been hunting up close whitetail with this gun with the 243 soft points, and it just wrecks them. I don't know if they have buffed the 243 ammo or what, but it absolutely wrecked the few that I shot with it. So that was really cool. Now that was within 100 yards. So the next one is the 243 Polymer Tip Bullet. You will get 10 of those for 530 credits. Now let's look at the differences in between the 2 bullets. The soft points come in at 0.02 units of weight. Effective range is 164 yards or 150 meters. The penetration is 15, expansion 17, and it is a recommended class of 2 to 6. Now, with the polymer tips, they also are 0.02 units of weight, recommended class of 2 to 6. Effective range is also the 150 meters, 164 yards. Penetration is 30 on the polymer tips, and then expansion is 4. So that's going to be the one that you really want to go with most of the time for your higher animals. I have found that for class 2 and 3 animals, these are by far the better ones. I don't know why my whitetails are going down better with the soft points. I don't know if it's a glitch or what's going on, but you probably want to stick to these. So you can use the Argus scope, which is going to run you 36,000 credits. You can use the Ascent scope, which is free, and it does work very well with this. You can also use the Gen 0 scope, which is going to run you, it's going to be free as well. Y'all don't know, the Gen 0 is exactly the same as the Ascent It says it's 20 instead of 24. In my test, they look exactly the same. They function exactly the same. And when there was a bug with the 30-06 with the Ascent, it was also happening with the Gen 0. So, but none of the other scopes. So, the Hyperion is going to run you 12,000 credits, and it's a good scope as well. And then you have the Red Raptor, which is going to run you 6,000 credits. So let's go down to the range and take a look at them, and we will actually compare it to our old buddy, the 243 rifle. All right, here we are out on the range, and let's go ahead and, as always, I'm going to spot these to show you. 20 yards. This one is 22.86 yards. 29 yards. Actually, he's about 28 usually when I'm right here. 38.41 yards. 55 yards right there. Let's try to make him 55 yards perfectly, and that will be our goal there. Now there's one over here that's right at 80 yards out when we get to it, and then there is one here that's 110 yards. So let's go ahead and look at them. First, let's look actually at the 243 rifle. Now, if we zero in for the low zeroing here, it's pretty darn accurate, except for right there is shooting low. That's a little odd. It's shooting low out to there. Shooting low there, and this literally should shoot that far, no problem. I don't know what's up with that, but you can see that is not right. Let's go on and zero in. Now we started having problems here. At the 164 zeroing, it's about dead on for the middle. It's actually very hard to do, and if you look, we're shooting way down. There's no reason for that. I have no clue why that's happening. Even out there at 328, we're shooting low. I don't know what's up with this, but let's put the scope on it and check this out. This has to be a glitch. All right, that guy's good. With the scope, it's dead on perfect. Don't use the 243 iron sights. It is broken right now. So let's reset this. And let's try out the iron sight with this guy on all of these targets. So going down 54 yards is your lowest zeroing. We're going to go for this. Now, this is a single shot, so you will have to reload, but I'm aiming at the top, the flat top of that. Now, that guy is, even at 54 yards zeroing, I am hitting that reliably out there. That's wicked wild. 110 yards. Let's just go for these back. Perfect. That's amazing. Now, just to throw this in there, 200 yards, and it does shoot way above. So you see that it does shoot accurately out to that far. We're going to go back and check this with a scope on it, but we're going to start off with the Raptor Red Dot sight. Boom. 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 All right, that guy out there, I'm just going to go on and zero in. So I got it, but I'm actually going to put it to 54. 54 is shooting out there to the 110 yard perfectly. It is amazing. This gun is super accurate. I love it. Let's go back, and we're going to switch this out to the Ascent, and then we're going to go ahead and switch this guy over to the Hyperion. All right. So with the Ascent, now this goes for the Gen 0 as well. It will be exactly the same. For this pistol, this scope is super awesome. If this thing was only multi-shot, you could just absolutely tear stuff up. Go for the 109 yard. And it shoots exactly the same at that distance. So that's pretty cool. Let's go for our Hyperion. And we can do better than that. All right. Perfect shot. Now, I've had that on the wrong thing, but I would say with this gun, the way it currently is, you do not need to put this on anything lower than the 100. I think it's perfectly fine for short range at the 100, the middle zeroing. That's pretty awesome. Let's go on over here and let's go ahead and try the Argus. So you see how far in you can go as well? We'll zoom out for these guys. All right. Boom. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, we're going to do one more test, and I have to get over there to do so, so give me just a minute. All right, we're out here on Hirschfelden now at the range, and you can see 164 yards or 150 meters. And so let's test this gun here. Okay. So at the 100 yard zeroing, it is perfect. Let's actually put that down to 54. It really does not need to be above the 100 yard zeroing, the middle zeroing for this. It's perfectly dead on. Now, let's look at just this guy. And you can see it's pretty darn good too. Okay, so this is now at 218 yards. That is the 200 yard zeroing, or 200 meter zeroing, and it's shooting exactly where I put it. So let's just compare that to this guy. If you notice, at the 164 yard zeroing, this gun is not hitting what this one is. Let's try this at the 109 zeroing. This gun is deadly accurate. That's 100 yards more, and this gun is actually hitting that perfectly. So let's go change it one more time, and we're going to push it back out to a little bit further. So just so you can see, this is 218 yards or 200 meters. And it's perfect. If you shoot something with that, you're going to get it. All right, so now we've got it set up for 329 yards. 328 yards is where it's at, which is 300 meters. And this is going to be a little bit tough, just straight out going for the 328, zeroing on the rifle. And I'm going to show you, it shoots below. It is enough that it can make you miss. It can absolutely make you miss the lungs on a Class 2 animal. If you notice, I'm just barely above it when I'm shooting. So it's got enough drop that it can mess you up. This weapon here, or this zeroing on this weapon, is actually, even though it says 300 meters, 328 yards, it's actually zeroed for 250 meters, 272 yards. So let's check this guy on this one. All right, let's go ahead and reset that so we can see it better. Perfect. All right, let's set this back up to 300. This is 328 yards, 300 meters. This is the max zeroing of the pistol. All right, so you can see at that range, it does start to drop. I'm going to do a test. Okay, that's super weird how this is working. All right. There we go. So I held about right there, about the line between 8 and 7, and that's where it dropped in there. So if you're trying to get this to go out that far, it's going to work. We're going to go ahead and set this bad boy up to 400 meters. Now, this is going to be about 438 yards out there. Let's just do a test really quick to see how much it takes to hit this. At the top of the sign, that's perfect. Bullseye, and I'm holding right at in between the 2 and the 1 line on there. And let's just look at what it would take to hit with this, though, at that yardage. Surprisingly, I'm shooting at about between the 2 and the 3. And we got a bullseye. So that's very strange how the curve of that drops and all. And ooh, I'm seeing like heat waves out there. But that is the new Cuomo 243 pistol. This thing is absolutely awesome. I love it. It is so good. It will be, and it comes in only at 1 unit of weight, if I did not say. This thing needs to be in your inventory if you don't have room for the 223 Zarza or the 243 itself. The only other weapon that can go for stuff like that that I know of is like shotguns for Class 2. So that's off the top of my head besides the other pistols. So yeah, this is a very welcome addition. Go out there and grab one and test it out for yourself and let me know what you think in the comments. I will see y'all next time. If you like my content, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.